Good morning, people. Welcome to our first sector. Here is the breaking news. Yes. The eyes are more than a window to the soul. They are also a reflection of a person's cognitive health. The eye is the window into the brain, said ophthalmologist Dr. Christian Greer, Director of Medical Education at the Institute of Neurodegenerative Diseases in Boca Raton, Florida. You can see directly into the nervous system by looking into the back of the eye towards the optic nerve and retina. Research has been exploring how the eye may help in diagnosing Alzheimer's disease before symptoms begin. The disease is well advanced by the time memory and behavior are affected. Alzheimer's disease begins in the brain decades before the first symptoms of memory loss, said Dr. Richard Isakon, an Alzheimer's preventive neurologist who is also at the Institute for Neurodegenerative Disease. If doctors are able to identify the disease in its early stage, people could then make healthy lifestyle choices and control their modifiable risk factors like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, Isakon said. Yes, I know. Just how early can we see signs of cognitive decline? To find out, a recent study examined donated tissues from the retina and brains of 86 people with different degrees of mental decline. Our study is the first to provide in-depth analysis of the protein profiles and the molecular, cellular, and structural effects of Alzheimer's disease in the human retina, how they corresponded with changes in the brain and cognitive functions, said senior author Maya Coronia Hamoil, a professor of neurosurgery and biomedical science at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles, in a statement. These changes in the retina correlated with changes in parts of the brain called the entorhinal and temporal cortex, a hub for memory, navigation, and the perception of the time, Konioko Hamoi said. Investigators in the study collected retinal and brain tissue samples over 14 years from 86 human donors with Alzheimer's disease and mild cognitive impairment. The largest group of retinal samples were studied according to the authors. Researchers then compared samples from donors and normal cognitive functions of those with mild cognitive impairment and those with later stage Alzheimer's disease. The study, published in February in the journal Acta Neuropathologica, found significant increases in beta amyloid, a key marker of Alzheimer's disease, in people with both Alzheimer's and early cognitive decline. Microglial cells declined by 80% in those with cognitive issues. The study found these cells are responsible for repairing and maintaining other cells, including clearing beta amyloid from the brain and retina. Markers of inflammation were also found, which may be an equally important marker for disease progression, said Isakon, who was not involved in the study. The findings were also apparent in people with no or minimal cognitive symptoms, which suggest this new eye test may be well positioned to aid in early diagnosis. The study researchers found higher numbers of immune cells tightly surrounding amyloid beta plaques as well as other cells responsible for inflammation and cell and tissue death. Tissue atrophy and inflammation in cells in the far periphery of the retina were most predictive and cognitive status, the study found. These findings may eventually lead to the development of imaging techniques that allow us to diagnose Alzheimer's disease earlier and more and accurately, is considered and monitor its progression non-invasively by looking through the eyes. Bien, report for TV.